The eyes of the world will soon be on Russia when it hosts the Sochi Winter Olympics in February, but not everyone will be welcome. To be gay in Russia is to be an enemy of the state. There was international outrage when in June last year, President Vladimir Putin enacted a law banning homosexual propaganda in the country, a law which activists claim has stopped LGBT communities from speaking openly about their sexuality and has led to violence and even suicides among gay people. Milene Larsson, a reporter for Vice News, has produced a short documentary, Young and Gay in Putin's Russia, that looks at the rise of these homophobic attacks in the country and speaks to LGBT activists in Moscow about their experiences.
So the film explores the effects on the ground in Russia of the state-sanctioned homophobia in the guise of an anti-gay propaganda law that was passed in June last year. And it also looks at how this law affects young people, because the main aim of the law is to prevent people under 18 to get information about homosexuality. It's a very convenient way to mobilize people against something. It becomes us against them. It becomes we need to defend the moral values of Russia. And in Russia, homosexuality is seen as something very Western influence, very liberal.
Ну, с перспективы моей лично, с моей точки зрения, в данный момент в этой стране достаточно жесткая обстановка относительно гей-активистов, поскольку я планирую в дальнейшем будущем все-таки уехать из этой страны, чтобы я об этом как-то не задумывался. У меня есть такая задача, что я хочу действительно чего-то сначала добиться в жизни, и потом уже в дальнейшем, наверное, расскажу. Хотя в каких-то определенных планах у меня существуют такие идеи, что, возможно, к 30 годам у меня будет семья. Абсолютно нормальная, полноценная, но исключительно с той женщиной, которая будет осознавать мою реальную ориентацию. Это будет даже больше брак не по любви, это, возможно, будет брак исключительно как раз-таки для родителей.
So the taxi driver that we were given, he probably represents the vast majority of gay people in Russia, because he was very of course he realizes that there's a lot of injustice, he realizes that it's not fair, he realizes, you know, that it's wrong, the way that gay people are treated, but also he personally is too disillusioned to see the point of doing anything, because he doesn't think anything's going to change. It was a very emotional experience, and it was a very, sad realization. Even if all these brave LGBT activists would manage to abolish all of these oppressive laws, you would still face an overwhelming homophobia and lack of education when it comes to what homosexuality is.
Кто вы такой? Кто вы такой? Кто вы такой? Кто вы такой? Предъявите документы. Кто вы такой? Смотрите, что происходит. Происходит задержание незаконное за одиночный пикет. Смотрите, заламывают руки и так далее. Все незаконно происходит. Смотрите, что происходит. Я даю данные.
Every single activist was arrested and held for 5 hours for breaking the anti-gay propaganda law.
The release of Pussy Riot, the release of Khodorkovsky, the release of the Arctic 30, they're all very, painless little moves to, definitely throw some bones to the Western media, because that's what they've been obsessing about a lot, but also for Putin to show how he's a good Orthodox, forgiving Orthodox man. It has nothing to do with the core of the problem, which is the mentality that doesn't allow or tolerate anything that doesn't fit into the new Russian Orthodox identity. It's just a downward spiral, and I couldn't, I'm not the person to come in and say anything. I just wanted to raise attention around it, and the solution is God knows where.